I met Baba in November 1955 for the first time. I did not know where Baba was. Baba had visited Andhra thrice, once in 53 and the second time in 1954. In 1954, he toured almost all Andhra. In 1953, he stayed only at one place, Eluru, in Andhra.
I'm sorry, how did you meet Baba? How did you know
Well,
about
that's what I'm trying to tell. That's what happened was.
Yeah.
What happened was, in some 1955, there was a circular from Adike Rani giving instructions, he followed instructions, that Baba has decided that all centers in Andhra and Sidewells should conduct a Nam Jap. Nam Jap means repetition of his name for 24 hours. For each center was allotted 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. That Adi has given that mention, he has mentioned. Or I was in Vijayawada, I was working in the railways, and this circular was received by the secretary of the center. And in that, Baba wanted that this Nam Jap, repetition of his name, Baba, Baba, should be continuous for 1 month. And first week of January was allotted to Vijayawada. So, to 24 hours doing Nam Jap means 35 people. There are hardly 20 or 30 people there at that time. Baba was at Vijayawada. So, naturally, my colleague in office, he knew that I was attending bhajans and like spiritual lectures and all that. I was interested in spirituality and all that. So, he comes to me and says, Jaginath, I want your help. What help, sir? So you are attending bhajans and spiritual discourses, jagans and all that. We have received instructions from Baba that Baba's Naam should be repeated 24 hours for 1 month. And January first week has been, June first week has been allotted to Vijayawada Center. That was a big problem. 24 hours petition Nam Japa means there must be people there to continue 24 hours for 1 week. So then he decided to enlist people who are spiritually minded. So this thing can go on. So and I was colleague in office. It was just in office, we were sitting together the work. And he said, I want your help. What is it? Then he showed me the live circular from Adike Rani, secretary. There it is mentioned, Baba wants these centers to repeat his name non-stop. And for so. Vijayawada Center is allotted the first week of May something. And I read out the circular. That means to say, it is a big problem because that 24 hours, that much of Baba laws were not there. Because the majority of them were going for jobs and business and all that. So we must also, other people who were interested in spirituality, we were asked to help. I was one of them. I knew Baba had come to Vijayawada and I visited Andhra in 53 and 54, but I was not interested in Baba. So now this instruction comes from Baba to repeat his name. I said it's okay. It was something God. And thing was, the daytime, the lady Baba lovers were asked to go on to the Nam Jap, and in the night we were asked to do it because office we had to attend in the daytime. So in the night time we were spare, so we could do this Nam Jap. So we acted according to the instructions of Baba, and everything was over. After that period was over, some time, Adike and his secretary to Baba writes again a letter to us, to all centers. Baba wants to know the names of the people who had joined in this Nam Jap. So my friend comes, this is the circle. I've written your name. Okay, it's all right. Because Baba wanted your party and it just satisfied. And then comes that. I say, we are coming to November now. Prior to November, this happened and this thing. There was a circular from Adhikirani that Baba is holding a Sahas program in November 55. And you are selected as one of the members to attend this Sahas program. I was just wondering. So I hardly knew them. I hardly knew Baba. And there is a thing that Baba has selected you as one of the participants in this. I couldn't understand what it was. Because normally in the south, big people and these spiritual masters and all, they organize darshan programs and not this sort of program in their own. I was wondering what is this Naam Jap and all that. So I asked my colleagues, could you please explain this thing? And then we discussed about it, and then we came with conclusion. And that was Baba's orders that. And how my name was selected was the next question I had. Because I had not met Baba till then. Although Baba visited Andhra twice, I did not care to meet him because I was not interested. I was interested more in temples and Swamijis and all that, not in Baba. So I then said, then it was clarified to me that Baba wanted the list of people who had attended this 1955 Savas. That's it. And he ticked off the names of the people who attended. So I came into the picture. So we had this Naam Jap. This was in 1958 or 56, I don't remember the day year. And we partook of it. In the nights, we used to carry on with it. Daytime, our ladies used to go on with it. And after some time, the list was given to R.J.K. Rani, and he was happy, Baba said he was happy that so many people participated. And then the Savas comes. Baba selected these people from the list of the people who had Naam Jap did it. So I was there. I knew nothing of Baba. I did not know his background and all that sort of thing. And here was the invitation, Baba inviting me to spend 1 week with him. I was nonplussed. Oh God, what to do? Was it to go or not? I have no idea where Ahmednagar station was. I knew places only up to Hyderabad. Beyond that, I have not gone also. Then I said, there's something I'll have to find out. I don't want to go into something blindly. I must know what for this is being held, who this Meher Baba is and all that. Then I asked my friend, he gave me some literature and all that, studied it. I said, but still that complete belief was not there. Then my mind says, you go, see for yourself, and then. So I left. We traveled. In those traveling was a very difficult job. We did not have these sleeper trains and reservations and all. All third-class compartments are overcrowded. We had to sit overnight. We didn't have sleepers or anything. Just please sit down. Even a 3 days travel or 4 days travel, simply sit. And travel was so difficult. There was not an inch of space. People were getting and getting down. Hell of a noise. Beggars, whatnot. It was really. Oh God, I was just wondering what happens. And then we landed at Amarnagar, came there. There was a bus to pick us up to the site. We went there, came there. Everything was not strange for me because I had not attended these things. I had only Sadhu Sanghu, Swamiji's meetings and all that bhajan, all flattered that we think about it. Even there, people had come, and this was in November 55. It was so chill, climate was so cold. And we were warned in circle by Adi that we will have to get our warm clothes and all because it's so chill and all that. So we were prepared. Yeah, this Ahmednagar station, I have not gone beyond Hyderabad, something goes on there just around. A bus comes and picks us up to the spot. And there were huge tents erected for people to stay there, and all Indian cots, string cots were there for each person. Each were allotted certain places. We settled there. Severely cold because there was only tents, not particular tents. And then what happened was, first day, I had not seen Baba. I'm going to meet him for the first time. I knew nothing about him. And I was just listening to all the stories and information with other people who had already met him and all that sort of. We were just waiting at the Mandali Hall there. And Baba comes exactly at 8, 9 o'clock. The blue car comes, stops there, and Baba gets down. Because other people had already seen Baba, they had contact with him, spent some time and all. I had not seen him. So these people had already seen him. There was a mad rush to go in questions. I said, okay, sorry. So I was practically the last about 20 people to go in. And then I have to enter the Mandali Hall entrance. See that? I just standing there to enter the hall, and I see Baba sitting on the cane chair. The chair is still there. I was shocked. I don't know what happened. It was so beautiful. I had not seen a more beautiful person in my life till then. I was the 30 years age. Oh God. Sitting, I remember that I just within myself, oh God, how beautiful he is. And I was not able to put one more step inside, just looking at his beauty. And people there at the back of me, sir, get in, we are also have to come in and all that sort of. Then I just was there and went in. And all of us sat there in the hall, 200 people. And after some time introduction, Yurich was telling something, Baba was telling about Savas, the introduction and all that sort of thing. And Baba tells, through Yurich's signs, see, we are come here together to spend time together. So, because we are going to stay together for 1 week and spend time, we must know who we are. You may know me as Meher Baba, but I am not some of you. So, introduction. Baba says, sorry. Then Yudhishthira was there. So, the leader of the group from Vijayawada, he will be there. Yudhishthira was standing there. We had to go and get ourselves introduced. It started from Kakinada, beginning. And one thing that stumped me was, in all my dealings with the spiritual persons, Swamiji and all that, because my dad was a member of the Divine Life Society of Rishikesh. A lot of Swamijis used to visit for meetings and all that. And they used to be accommodated in the rooms in our house upstairs, we had a very big house. And I was just doing my education, convent education. I joined in the nursery class run by Italian ladies, moms. I was there. So I remember meeting such masters and all these things was something new. So in Bhutan we meet masters, Indian masters and gurus and all that. First thing was fall at their feet. Even when the Swamijis used to come to our house for meetings and all, and I was just in these convents and all that, I used to come there with my shoes and all that. My mother used to tell me, you remove your shoes first, wash your legs, go upstairs, Swamiji is there, have your darshan. But one thing, remember, you should not touch them. Swamiji simply bow down, finish. You should not touch them. Not only that, some of these people, they have just washed their clothes and just kept it in the open space for drying. Even those clothes also you should not touch. So it's okay. So these are the warnings I get. before going to meet Swamiji. Then what happened was, Baba was there being introduced. Baba was there being Baba is so from so place and all that. Yes, I have gone to the city, I have met him and all that, and all sort of thing. And Baba was extending his hand for embrace. And these people, they used to all and he used to embrace. This thing again shocked me, because in my lifetime till then, I had not embraced or touched any Swamiji because of my mother's instructions. She was very strict. They are spiritual people, you should not. I was wondering now, so my mother's warning was there at the back of my mind. I was wondering, how am I going to now touch him? Leave alone embracing and all. Embracing is entirely different. It's more intimate. And he encloses her. Touching is entirely different. Oh God, I was just worried. How to touch him now? Because I have not touched any Swamiji or spiritual till then. As I said, I was just 30 years old. So it was a tremendous pressure for me. I did not know what to do. So when my turn came, we have 3 people were there in front of me. I was the 4th man, and Baba stretched his hand. Now the dilemma was there. And I'm not even reacting to that I should embrace him and all that. My arms are dead, and beauty there is prompting, Jaginath, Baba is waiting for your embrace, go on, go ahead. And he tried to push me. I cannot. And beauty also, that something has happened to this fellow. So he comes and back at me and slowly pushes me towards Baba's open arms.
Who pushed you?
Yurich, Chesawala.
Oh, erased.
He was there, interpreting Baba's sign and all. I automatically Baba got hold of me tight. And then my reaction was, I kept my head on the shoulder there. And I lost consciousness. I don't know what happened afterwards. Simply lost consciousness. How long it was also, even now, today also, I don't know. Later on, Yurish told me, Jaginath, what happened to you? What happens in there? You're holding Baba so tight, man. We had to pull you out. Then I told Yurish, this is first time in my life that I'm embracing somebody more so spiritual. I'm not embraced. And I have not touched spiritual. He said it's all right. And Baba's all the way looking at my face, just seeing my reaction. And I went back to my place and sat in the middle of the room. And Baba sitting there, all of us were sitting there. My entire thing was on his face, watching him, his movements and all that. And after some time, I don't know how long it was, I remember it as it is happened yesterday. I had just worn a new, beautiful light blue shirt and a navy blue pant. That's it. Because at an occasion I had new set of clothes and all that. And after about 10 or 15 minutes, I don't know what happened. Suddenly my glance fell down on this. My whole shirt was wet. Because the blue shirt has to find any liquid and all that. I got a shock. What happened to me? It was not summer, so for that to sweat and get all my shirt wet. Something, I was just wondering what happened to me. Everything is wet from you. Then after some time I realized that I was crying. I was shedding tears I did not know. And later on somebody was telling me, I don't know. They told me they are not tears of sorrow, they are tears of joy. So that was the first reaction I had after meeting Baba. So I think he has given me that experience later on. And now after all these things, on that spot, at that particular moment, I accepted him as God in human form. Otherwise, this should not have happened. From that day onwards, I became his Lord. This is my first contact with Baba. And subsequently, every time where Baba was doing darshan, we used to go, we attend almost all the Savas programs and all that sort of thing. And they used to volunteer all the work, guiding the prelims and all that sort of thing. And every meeting, whenever circular comes for darshan program, we will send a list of people who will work as volunteer, and my name also will be there. And K.K. Ramakrishna was the secretary of the Pune Center. So now, so many years had passed. So every Baba's meeting, I used to attend family and all that. That was in 1962 Easter's gathering. 1955, I met him. After 5 years, everywhere Baba was doing darshan, we were going and having company and embrace. Embrace was most important. We feel so happy, just as we are there in our mother's arms. So close. And beautiful smell was emanating from the God. Baba was not using any scent or anything. The smell had captured. And this went on and on and on. And then what happened was, I was doing volunteer work, was there always for me, people guiding people and all that sort of thing. And every year, wherever Baba was doing darshan, we were all going there. As far as if it's possible, we do the volunteer work there. And finally, this went on for years together, taking every opportunity when Baba was giving darshan, rushed it along with family. Almost all my family members met him and all that sort of. And after contact, my mind was completely fixed on him. You see, in almost all Hindu households in the south, you will see a plethora of pictures of all gods and goddesses, Indian gods and goddesses in the panorama. Like that, we had a puja room in our house. But almost all the pictures of all the gods, Lord Vishnu, this man, all that. And elaborated puja and all that, performing a camphor and all that sort of. My dad used all that to say. That was the background. Now, that thing has completely changed. In course of time, I lost interest in all. My center point was only him. Because every time I was going there, facing him, getting his embrace. And I used to be so happy getting his embrace. Because he used to love us. And sometimes he used to kiss us. I don't remember any Swamiji or Kamari who used to go, they will not touch us. And we are not supposed to touch them. We must maintain certain distance. Here Baba was there. He became a part of the family of us, that's all. Just any problem, we can directly tell him. No question of avoiding him or not telling him and all that sort. It was there. So this went on and on every year till there. And on, I was reading Baba's literature and all that. I became so engrossed in this. All the gods and goddesses, they faded into the background. And then what happened was, this was in 1965. That after 62 Easter's gathering, Baba gave the darshan program in 1965 at same Guru Prasad Bhavan. And as usual, I was there as a volunteer. So what happened was, the third day or fourth day, I'm correct, we were asked, there was a announcement at the mic stating that people from different places are in the group, you should come and have Baba's darshan. And because Baba had back pain and all, you were not able to bend or embrace and all. See, on the dais, Baba was sitting at the edge, his chair. So his feet was there just at the edge. So there's no question of bowing down, and he did not bow down and take us. We just touch his feet, and he touches our head, listening to the blessings. So this was going on. So when our group started, that queue, I was there. Went on. When my turn came, I simply touched his head. I placed my foot on it. Okay, Baba blessed me. And I went back. While going back, what happened was, I was going back to the place but I was doing voluntary duty because I saw somebody to look after. So just hurried up, went there, and I relieved that man. So while hurrying up to go and relieve that man, it was completely sand because Guru Prasad, one of the marshy place and all that ground and all that for this purpose. That lorry loads of sand were dumped. You see, the sand is there. Some rope was some buried in sand. I did not know. I was just practically walking a bit fast. That my sandal. That rope caught out of my sandal and I tripped and fell down. While falling down, I just fell on my left knee. I landed on my left knee. It was about 10:30 or 11 o'clock. And I was not able to get up. This got jammed. I was struggling to get up. Baba could see me from...
Queue?
Pardon?
You were in the queue? In the long?
I'm not in the queue. I'm just over. After that.
Okay.
I was coming there to my wander post.
Sorry, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, then this thing happened. I fell down. I landed on my left knee. And Baba could see me there from the dais.
Right.
So he saw me falling down, struggling to get up and all that. And Baba says, Dr. Borucha was at the back of him. Borucha, that fellow's fallen down there, go and see what happened. And then Dr. Borucha comes running to me. Jaginath, what happened? I don't know, doctor, what happened. I just fell down. My knee is stuck. I'm not able to get it back. So, doctor, that sat down. He tried to put some first aid and all that sort of thing to get back. He could not do it. Jaginath, I'll have to take you to Guru Prasad. Sitting on the floor, ground here, doing this is not helping. I'll have to keep you on a bed and do those first aid. So he bodily carried me right into Guru Prasad Palace. There was a big sofa. I was laid down there. And then he did first aid business, gave some tablets, painkillers. A bandage was there, temporary bandage was there, and I cannot stand, I can't bend now. And it was about 11, nearing 12 o'clock Arati time. He says, Jaginath, Baba will be waiting for the report as to what happened to you. I'll go and tell him. So he goes to Baba, gives him the entire picture as to how it happened, what happened, and how he suspected something like something. Then Baba said, no, you did, Borucha, after the Arati is over, I'm sending my card to you. You take him immediately to the hospital. In that Bun Garden, there was a hospital, it was Babala's hospital, big hospital. You take him immediately to the hospital, have him x-rayed, and then let me know. So Arati was over, Baba's car came. I will just copy out what to do that. Went to the hospital there. And that hospital, there was such heavy crowd in the hospital. Nobody was attending to me. And Dr. Borucha fortunately remembered. His professor of orthopedics, under whom he studied at Pune. So he dials that man. And he was surprised to see Dr. Borucha talking to him. And he said, Dr. Borucha, where are you talking from? Sir, I'm talking from Pune. Why are you at Pune? Because he was there in some other place, Orissa. No, doctor, I think I've got a patient here. I've brought it to the hospital. This is my hospital. He was the in charge, or orthopedic in charge for that hospital. The big shot. Tell the hospital people that I'm coming to see your patient. When Dr. Borucha announced to the hospital people that he is coming, he was in charge of that orthopedic department. The moment they heard that he is coming to check me out, they started to talk. I was rushed to the X-ray room, and bandage and other thing. They gave me some sedative, nothing. And I lapsed into unconsciousness. At 3 o'clock, I got back my consciousness. And poor Dr. Borcha was there sitting by the side of me all the while, waiting for it. Then, in the meantime, the doctor had come, the specialist doctor. He had attended and he gave some instructions and all that sort of thing. And then suddenly I asked the doctor, I want to see Baba again. Well, he says, it's already 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Baba, the darshan program is closed. Baba cannot see you, Jaginath, but I have to see you. I'll do one thing. So, he goes to Guru Prasad, meets Baba, and tells him, gives him all the information as to what happened here. And Baba, he wants to see you. I believe Baba just for a few minutes out there. How can he come from there? No, Baba. If you can get him tomorrow morning, early morning at 6 o'clock to Guru Prasad, I will give him darshan. So poor Bharucha comes back and tells me, Jaginath, we must be prepared to leave the hospital early morning 6 o'clock. Baba wants us to be there by 6 o'clock. The next problem was, unless the hospital discharged me, I can't leave the hospital and go. So there was a big problem. And then, question of paying money, unless we have to give money and all that receipt and all that sort of thing. Then he contacted the in charge, his professor. So this is the problem, because that man was also a Balor of Baba. That's the professor in charge. So this is the thing, Baba has agreed to give him darshan tomorrow morning. So we want to do that. So he instructed the hospital authorities, whatever amount they have to pay it and discharge him. The next problem was how to go to Guru Prasad now. I can't walk. I can't sit in a car. This was temporarily put on bandage. I can't do this thing. So Bharucha hit upon an idea. Ambassador car, the big ones. He asked the hospital people to spare stretcher. I was put on the stretcher and the car across the seats. The stretcher was there, I was lying on the stretcher. We arrived Guru Prasad, another 15 minutes, and I was taken inside. Baba was waiting for me in his room. Mandali were there. So I was just taken there and all. And thus, Baba was there, at his feet, my stretcher was placed. Absolute silence. Nobody spoke anything. And Baba waited for some time. Bharucha, repeat what all this happened. So poor Bharucha had to tell what happened there in the hospital and all that. This is absolute silence. Baba was not talking. I was just looking at Baba's face, crying and all that sort of thing. And my wife was there, she was also crying. Baba noticed that. She says, calls her, why are you crying? She couldn't answer. Don't worry. Nothing has happened to me. I am there. You're all my people. I have to look after you. Don't worry about it. And then she goes and rest. The next thing was what Baba is going to do with me. I was there on the stretcher, still looking at his face, and movement all was there. And then, you know what Baba did? Slowly, he removes his chappals, slippers, and puts both his legs on my chest. Come on, this is my embrace. Go ahead. How long it lasted, I don't know, because of my tears of point. I was just having his legs in my hand, practically tight. And he was there, his face was there, so sad. He was more worried about the accident than me. So sad, and all that. Absolute pin drop silence. No one spoke. Then after some time, Baba suddenly said, Guru is telling Jaginath, Baba wants to know if you are satisfied. God. Just imagine God asking me whether I am satisfied now. And my mind was working that way. See, we are entirely in His You can do anything you want. And he is asking me whether I am satisfied. I simply nodded my head. It's okay. Absolute silence. Then Baba slowly removes this leg from my hands and tells me to go back to the place where I am. There is no necessity for 2 more days. The rest is there. So need not come for 2 more days. Stay in the carriage. Go back home. I will be there with you. So next day we left by train. Came to because I was working in the railway. The ambulance was sent to the station and were taken and admitted in the hospital. And they put me on a bandage and all that sort of thing. So 1 month to go.
Did Baba talk to you?
Pardon?
Did Baba talk to you?
Baba?
It happened to you that Baba talked to you?
No.
Never. Just you.
Only through signs.
Only.
Through signs. He never spoke also to anybody.
Yeah, I mean through Iraj or any other monthly.
No.
I mean, he didn't say
Yurish
to you.
used to translate what? Because Yurish was able to follow the signs Baba was telling.
Right.
Yurish was able to understand.
But Baba didn't say you anything. And not any order, any special order, do something, don't do it. Yeah.
No.
Nothing.
All general instructions for everybody.
Okay. You just got Baba's darshan.
No.
And then last darshan, when was it last darshan?
Yeah, after the darshan was there, even after that we were coming and all this sort of thing. In 1969, in those days we were celebrating Baba's birthday. For the number of days, suppose the 69th birthday, we celebrated starting from 69 days, ending with Baba's birthday. 25th February means in January itself we'll start the birthday. Daily meetings and all sort of thing. So we were there, the birthday was being well, that in India, we were just conducting it. At about 8 o'clock, not 8 o'clock, so night about 7:30, there was a call from Jaginath. He calmly tells us, Baba has dropped his body at 12 o'clock this afternoon. It was a big shock.
You were waiting for his birthday celebration, but you heard that he left his body. Okay.
And we did not know what to do, we did not know how to react. Because as you said, no, they were celebrating his birthday. And now comes the news that he has dropped his body. And another thing was, Baba's body is being kept for 2 days. And it will be moved to the Samadhi by 12 onwards. Then we decided, let us go. Because some or other, because we were working in the railways, we asked our top people, this is what happened. We urgently want to carry it attached to the express train. I had to go to Pune. Baba has dropped his body. So my officers immediately sanctioned everything. The body was attached to the express train. The next day by 12 o'clock we were there, 11:30 at Mehrabad. By that time, people had slowly gathering. The things were there, and then there was no current electric supply at Mehrabad in those days. It was completely dark. They were using Petromax lights in the lamp and all that to light the lamp. And even in the tomb also, we have 1 or 2 Petromax lights for the light. So what happened was, 2 days, then Mehra Maiji was telling, no. She was postponing it daily. And finally on 7th, they agreed. Because 7th happened to be the Baba's birthday according to the Parsi calendar. That's how she wanted to have him buried on that particular date. So we stayed for 2 days because we had not applied for leave. We did not get enough dresses and all that to go outside. So we immediately left. And we landed back at Vijayawada about 9 o'clock. And then there's another phone call from Jaginath. Tomorrow we are closing the show. Anybody who has not seen it, can say, ask them to come. Just landed at 9:30. We had not applied for leave. I had not taken our salaries also. We just went to the office, picked up our salaries and leave and all that. This information was there for people who are not seen, they can come. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, everybody. Then these people decided, let's go. How are we going to go? Because there is no train service, run there. And that those people said, Jaginath, why can't you go by taxi? If you people come, we'll go by taxi. I said, sir, we landed just now at 9:30. We had just gone to the office and applied for leave and took our salary. Now it's 10 o'clock. When are we going to start, sir? I said, if you are willing, okay, let us go. Okay, sir. 9:30, we arrived. Again at 10:30, we were in a taxi back to Mehrabad. The driver drove very fast. He did not sleep the night. So next day, at about 11:30, we were at Mehrabad downstairs. So, no, just it's okay, let me. And simply the rush was there. So when we left 2 days back, there was no current electricity supply to Mehrabad hill and all that. Even in the Samadhi, they were using kerosene lights. Now kerosene lights are only there. And what happened was, we were asked, myself and another colleague of mine, you reach Jaginath, you and Ramarao, and that nurse from E4 people, we reach wanted. We have to sit on the edge of the tomb. Baba's body was there, lying there. And they gave us a torch, forceful torchlight. There was another Petromax light inside, but they can't see the body inside. So they gave a forceful torchlight, one to each was there. And we have to show people coming to view his body, showing the Petromax, his body, face and all that. We did that for 2 days. It was open by turns and all that. So Mehramaji decided it should be closed. What happened? Because they did not give orders to close it, so we returned back. We went back again, and then it was closed. Mehramaji came, she closed it, and everybody was given some sand to be put on their grave, and then one plastic or box was lowered, and that is closed. So last time, after his dropping body also, we were fortunate to be near him, seeing there, showing his body to people coming there. So beautiful body, so lovely to look at. So that is my contact and how it ended.
Thank you so much.
And for every Amartidi, we go there.
And we continue to come to Baba. Okay, thank you so much, Avatar, Mehrabad.
Pardon? Okay, sorry.
No.
So this is my contact.
If you want to say something, please continue.
No, then nothing special.
Okay.
After that, as I said, I accepted him as God in human form, and that continues to this date. No problem.
And after that, every year you are coming to Mehrabad, or every day
Every year we are
several
going to
times.
we are going to for Maharaj Amartidi Day, January 31st, 2 days in advance, because we got volunteer work there.
Right.
Then again on Science Day, July 10th. Then again on Mehramaji's birthday.
Right.
Spend some time listening to all the
From Hyderabad, right?
listen to all the songs and dances and Christmas time and all that. They used to celebrate Christmas on a very big scale at Mehrabad.
Are you singing also?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not much, because I did not, because they were singing most of the songs in English. And what is the Ted Judson? We knew him right from there. He used to sing a lot of songs, beautiful songs.
Yeah. Right.
And one thing I used to tell that even today, yesterday also I went there. He said, Ted, what about my favorite song? What's the Jaginath? And I told him, this is what.
What's your favorite song?
Favorite song? Ocean of Love.
Wow.
This morning also I told Ted, what about my favorite song?
Oh.
He immediately sang the song.
Yeah.
And there are two favorite songs. This one is Ocean of Love and I Walked with the King.
Oh, wonderful.
It's a beautiful song. I liked it so much. Every time I go to Ted, my favorite song.
From morning till evening, glad carols I sing, and this is the reason I walk with the King. I walk with the King, may I walk with the King, praise His name. No longer I roam, my soul faces home. I walk